Okay. All right. So those of you that were just on the last call, it's kind of the same type of topic, but obviously a little bit more specific since we're all highly working our businesses. But something that I wanted to mention first before we get into any of that, and then we can chat about whatever you guys want to talk about. But me and Car are going to switch things up for how we're going to start to do our sneak peeks. We're going to still do the same sneak peek that we've been doing with you guys and Gina for April. So that is still going to be the third Thursday, which is the 20th. We're still going to do that sneak peek, but then from here on out, we wanted to try something different, and you guys are welcome to add people to it, host your own, host with a success partner, a person in your downline. We got the idea from Haley. She actually, if you guys want to request to join the way that she runs her sneak peek, she runs it with 2 other coaches. I don't even know if they're on her team. Do you know if they are? Or they might be in Keith's downline somehow. But it's called That No Boss Life, right? Yeah. So if you search on Facebook, she'll accept your request to join into it. There's like 900 people in there. But when she was constantly talking about, you know, I'm always like, hey, I got this sneak peek that we're going to throw you into. Like, we were curious about it. So she, on Sam's call, said we could jump into it. So we took a look at it, and basically what it is, it's 3 days, and it is live videos. So the reason why we're switching it up is just because I think that's what you constantly have to do in this business, and hopefully something will stick. The sneak peeks we've been doing, the first one was amazing because it was new, it was fresh, everyone was excited, everyone had to make a brand new video, so it was like exciting. But after that, it's like all we're doing is copy and pasting. It's not like new things, and not that it needs to be new info, but it's like, you know, we don't have to, and me and Car are completely guilty of this too, like, we don't have to do anything. It's right there. It's literally copy and paste. So, you know, the momentum dies down with it every single month. And that's what we noticed when we did it with Sam. And that's why now she does, I think, just an hour long by herself live video for her sneak peeks. But so what this format is going to be is 3 days long. And the first day, we're each going to go live and share our story through how we got involved with Beachbody and coaching. The second day covers a couple topics. They're basically the same topics that we put in our sneak peek, you know, day in the life and some myths and misconceptions. And then the last day is talking about the compensation plan and like the next step routine. So it's very similar to the videos that we had, but they're going to be us going live. And so we're going to try that for, we're actually going to do it next week. We're going to do our first one. But it's kind of going to be a thing where it's not going to always be like publicly posted about. It's going to be that thing where we're talking to people behind the scenes, and we think they'd be great at coaching and they're interested in coaching, that we have to always throw them into. And then kind of what she does is if they host like an awesome sneak peek, she's like super excited about their live videos, then they leave it up. And if it's like, okay, time to like redo them, let's do fresh live videos, then they kind of start over. So it's like there's always something to be inviting to that's like new, and you know, acting like it's brand new, happening tomorrow type of thing. So like I said, we're still going to do, if everyone who hosts the normal sneak peek for our team is on board, we're still going to do the one that we've been doing for April, for the 20th. But then from here on out, we're going to try this and give it a try. So we will always invite, yeah, it's a group, not an event page, right? So the idea here, and like I said, she has like 900 people in this sneak peek, and there's 3 coaches, and they have their downline coaches too. But the idea is, especially with a group, you're adding these people into a group, and then it's like they see that you're either posting it again, or you're posting new videos, or you keep adding people and they have yet to join, but all these other people are joining. So it kind of is like, I feel left out. Like, I need to jump in on this because other people are jumping in on this too. And they're still in the group unless if they leave or ask to leave the group. So that's kind of fun too, that it's in a group page. So that's what we're going to try. And you guys are welcome to invite people to it. Like I said, I think we're going to start ours next Monday, right? That's what we decided on. So if you guys have people that you are constantly inviting to a sneak peek, if you want to switch it up and invite them to, or plug them into that group instead of the past event page, feel free to do that. We haven't come up with a name yet, but we'll let you know. We're going to definitely have that by Thursday so we can create the group. But so we're excited about that. So we want to encourage you guys to either, one, not be afraid to do it by yourself, and two, not be afraid to reach out to another person on our team, in your downline, or even someone like on Sam's team or Raina's team, anyone. It doesn't matter if they're directly in our downline of people. It could be any coach that you relate to, and try and do the same thing, because hopefully with live videos, people will be more interactive and actually ask questions, and then it stays exciting and fresh. So that's what we're going to try. So we wanted to let you guys know about that. And then just kind of moving on to tonight's topic, we just kind of wanted to talk. I know all of us, since you guys are all in the Dash to Diamond, I feel like we've all been like super inspired by this Haley girl, which is like so funny. Like, I had no idea who she was. I mean, I didn't even know who Keith was going into this training, but I think the fact that she's so relatable, her systems are simple, like it's like no thinking type of work. And also, like what I was saying to Car, is she stood out to me because when she was like, I went full time and I was like all in, and I'm like, that was me. Like, this was me completely, like over and over again. I definitely would match my salon income some weeks, but not every week. And I would say I was doing all of this stuff, but not do it all the time. So I say all the time, like, I've been a coach for 3 years, coming up in April, but I've been only working my business like a business for probably the last, little over a year. So she opened my eyes to that. And so we've all been kind of really relating to her in the way that she's been inviting and all of her systems. So what we wanted to talk about, what we talked about on the new coach call, was basically like those activities that we must be doing to actually move our business forward. And what I wanted to talk about was not overcomplicating them, because this is something that I always do. I have on my to-do list, send 20 invites, or, whatever the number is. And then it'll get to this time at night and I'm like, I'm exhausted. I've been chasing my kids all day. I just want to go to bed early tonight. And it's like, I make up all of these excuses to do something that literally would take me 5 minutes to do. And then I could go to sleep for the night. So it's like, we need to stop overcomplicating things like sending a thank you for liking my picture message. That is literally copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. And if we have these lists from consistently posting, then it's no brainer. Like, you can every day or every other day go to your posts, see who liked them, write them down, see who accepted your friend requests, write them down, scroll to the bottom of your friends list, write down 10 people from that you haven't yet, and literally send out the same, almost the same message to everyone. And then it's done. And that can literally take 20 to 30 minutes tops, let's see. Yeah, I do get a lot of the same people liking my stuff, but what I'll do is I go through, and it's like, it doesn't matter if it's a picture of the boys, like that has absolutely nothing to do with Beachbody. If they like anything on my profile, I message them and just say, thanks for the support, because chances are, like, if they've liked that picture, they probably looked at a bunch of other pictures. That's why, like, I don't know if you guys notice, I definitely notice this with Instagram. Through Instagram is like, new people will find me, and I'll get like 10 notifications from the same person, and you're like, okay, she just stalked my stuff. Like, but it's like, I do that, but I don't have the balls to like people's posts. So it's like, there's so many people that are doing that to us, that whether they like 1 or 10, like, they've seen all the rest of the stuff that's on your page. So that's why for me, I'll go through and I will write their name down again. Like, if it's someone that I've messaged or invited or followed up with and they've ignored me or they haven't joined, like, I'll still write their name down, because like, the message that I've been liking sending out is the one that she does when people have ignored her, or she's going in to thank them a second time for liking their stuff. And she's like, or she says, I see you showing me love on all of my posts, like kind of calling them out, like, you're liking all of my stuff. Why have you not joined me yet? Basically. So I have been liking sending that. So I'll write people down, even if they're past people. I have a horrible system. Don't do as I say, don't do as I do, or whatever the saying is, because when I was kind of like, thank you, Haley, because when she did Sam's call and they were like, what's your tracking system? And she's like, well, I'll just go through my messages and follow up. And I'm like, I texted Kai, I go, that's my system. I'm like, oh my God, it's so bad, but it works for me. So if you have a system, stick with it, but that's my crazy system.
But she did say that she uses Siri to remind her to message people if it's like down
which is golden. I need to start doing that, because I write people down in my planner, but with my schedule, as far as like I call them the mom cracks of my day, I don't always necessarily sit down at my desk to do my work. A lot of the times I'll be like wherever I am, following up with people and inviting them. So I need to start using Siri to do that, because that's like insanely smart. But so basically, just don't overcomplicate the things that you have to get done that day. All of us, especially all of us 5 on this call, like, we all have bigger goals of where we want this business to go. And I know that all of us want to be somewhere different in 6 months from now, a year from now, you know what I mean? Like, think about like Summit this year, for example. I can guarantee every person on this call does not want to go to Summit the same rank that they were last year, or the same place in their business that they were last year. Like, I totally get it. And it's the same thing with like all of these events, all of these milestones that we're hitting in each new quarter. It's like, we need to be moving forward. And if we can't control the people in our downline and what they're doing with their business, because we all know at this point we can't, people will fly off of at any point, you know what I mean? And that's why we need to be doing the things that only we can control in our business. And that's why it's like, yes, it's frustrating when you have a rock star on your team, or you have someone who you think is going to be a rock star, and then they just like, something happens in their life and they fall off, and then they're like, hey, I just can't do this anymore, I'm just too busy. And we have to detach that like emotional side of it. I was reading that in I don't know how many else of you are reading the Go for No for the network marketing book, but I'm a very slow reader if it's not on Audible, and this is not on Audible, so I'm not sure what chapter I'm on. But I was reading today like how there's these different phases of dealing with yes and no's, and how we need to get to that point where a yes and a no equally excites us, and we don't get discouraged and sad and down on ourselves when someone says no, and get like super high on life when someone says yes. We need to be at that place where it's like, I don't care if you say yes or no, because if you say yes, awesome. And if you say no, the next person's going to say yes, because I am already talking to 10 other people right now. You know what I mean? So we need to detach our emotions from that. And same thing with our downline coaches, because the only thing we can control is to talk to more people and to find that rock star coach who is going to see our vision and is going to just get it. You know what I mean? So control the controllable. That should literally be like our team's motto this year. And do the things that you guys know you should be doing. And if one day you can only do 5 of something and the next day you can do 30 of something, then do it. And I think we all can make excuses at times, and I am very guilty of that. But it's like we just have to, it's like work. I think Tiff made a post the other day, which, Tiff, I loved your post after we had talked over the weekend, me, you, and Car, about how you weren't full time yet. So you're like, how do I share about work and stuff? And we were like, share your vision of where you're going. And if you guys didn't see it, go to Tiff's page and look at it. I think she posted it yesterday. And she was talking about how like she's not there yet, but like she can't wait to get out of office life because of this, and this. And it's like, work hard now and work that time now so you can have that time later. And that's like the truth. So yes. And then just one last thing, and then we can chat about whatever you guys want to chat about, is posting. I'm loving the way she posts, and I've definitely revamped the way that I've been posting, at least within the last 2 weeks. And this is what we were talking with our new coaches, and this is great for us to relate to our new coaches too, is saying like, always talking about where we were and where we are now and the things that have changed, whether it's big or small. Like I, the other day had mentioned I didn't feel like working out that day. And then in my post, I think like, remember the times you went to the gym and you spent 2+ hours there and you saw no results. Like your workout was 30 minutes, go push play. You know what I mean? Like, and so it was a sentence, but it was to some people, they're like, I was one of those people that thought I had to spend 2.5 hours in the gym, and I did, and saw nothing because I didn't have the full puzzle piece. So that was literally one sentence out of my post, but it's showing people where I was and what I'm doing now. And we can do the same exact thing with coaching. And if you're not a full-time coach, and even if that's not your vision or your goal, always be sharing where you want to be going and where you're heading. Because like Haley was saying, she wrote that in one of her posts, like, I'm going to be in the Millionaire Club. And it's like people believe her because she constantly is sharing where she's going, and she does it. It's like, I'm going to do this. And then 2 months down the road, she did it, So it's like, we always need to be talking about all of that stuff, and that will always give us things to talk about. And like Card mentioned on the last call, it doesn't need to be, it can be a picture of anything, and you can talk about that. We don't have to always only post because we did a workout or only post because we had a healthy meal. It can literally be a picture that has nothing to do with what you're writing about. But as long as it is eye-catching, then people are going to read your stuff. Yes, positive vibes into the universe and they will come true. I totally believe that. And it's so funny because my mom does Mary Kay. She's insanely successful, or was. She takes a step back and just does like the bare minimum now but she built an incredible business with Mary Kay, won like 6 cars or something insane. And my mom can sell ice to an Eskimo. And like, she would have these positive sayings that I now have around my office, in her office. And I always made fun of her. And I was like, you are so weird. Who puts that stuff up on their walls? And now it's up on my wall. But it's true. So just don't overcomplicate it. And when we're talking to our new coaches, when we sign new people, don't overcomplicate what they should be doing. Like if someone signs on your team and is like, I want to be where you're at, I want to be making this much money, I want to be helping this many people, then you need to straight up tell them like, okay, you're going to shoot for Success Club 10. You're going to shoot to do this many invites a day. You're going to shoot to do, you know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to like lay it out there for them that like, this is what you need to do. And you don't need to give them a mile-long list, But if someone tells you, like, I want to be the number one coach in this network, then don't dumb it down for them, because you're only going to hurt them, and you're only going to hurt, the chances of them being on your team. And then we also need to just make sure that we're doing the things that we're telling our coaches to do too. So yeah, do any of you guys have any questions like about the sneak peek, or I guess anything in general, or stuff you guys want to chat about? I talk way too much, so it's been already 30 minutes. So
I just wanted to say, going off what you were talking about with posting, one of the things that Sam was saying to me the other day is lead with the business, because if they don't want to join as a coach yet, you can always fall back on the fitness side of it, because it's a little bit less of a commitment. But if you're only posting about join my challenge group and you never discuss, the business opportunity, it's like if you invite them to the challenge group only and they're like, no, then how are you supposed to like step back up the ladder and be like, well, what about coaching? And it's like people are more likely to join a challenge group if they know, well, I don't have to coach anybody if I do it. And that's something that I've been focusing on too, is just posting more about what the business has done for me. And then also saying with the challenge group, which you can also join. And especially, same thing with inviting with personal messages, I think makes a huge difference.
Yeah, something that has been working for me, at least, to make some new connections is I just started utilizing Insta stories. I only ever did Snapchat, and I never got anyone to message me on Snapchat or screenshot anything. And the first day that I actually used my Insta story, I did a couple snippets of my workout, which I hate. I'm very uncomfortable filming myself working out. So I the whole time I'm like, oh God, no, I can't post that. And then I'm like, I just close my eyes and I just hit post. But I have had a couple of people message me and be like, one girl was like, I want to join your workout class, which I'm like, girl, let me sign you up for my class. It's virtual. But so I've had people, whether it's like, hey, where did you get your shirt? I'm actually having people interact with me, whereas that never happened on Snap. So I'm definitely focusing more on Insta stories. So if you guys haven't been I know that when I scroll, I don't even really look at my timeline or my newsfeed anymore. I look at the live content because I want to know what people are doing right now. So a lot of people do too. So it's it's such a great way to show a day in the life of what we do as a coach. Ashley the Shirt does this a lot over on Snapchat. She'll literally go on and be like, I'm going to show you guys exactly what my day is like as a coach. And she will go through, here I am getting my kids off onto the bus. Now I'm going to go do my workout. I'm going to do this. I'm going to sit down and do some work, spend time with my family. If we just often, and this doesn't mean be on your phone 24/7 all day, but it's we should be utilizing those live features like live video and all of that, because that's what people want to see right now. That's what people, click on. So if you guys aren't using that, I would try using it more, because it's been working good for me, at least for connections so far. Does anyone have any questions about the sneak peek? Her group name, if you guys didn't catch it, is called That No Boss Life. If you want to add yourself into that and watch the videos so you can kind of see what it's like. And like I said, we're going to do ours next Monday. So if you have people that you want to get added into that, you're welcome to do that. And then we'll still team-wide one in April. Great. Cool. Are you guys all, I know Jess can't go to a Super Saturday. Oh, there's some in Japan?
There's one here.
Oh, wow.
I'm
That's so cool.
excited. I was like, I'm gonna have to like sign up for my own and watch it alone in my living room. But there's actually one on base. I'm really pumped.
Oh, that's awesome. That'll be a good way just for you to like meet new people too.
Yeah. And
That's
I thought
exciting.
about like everyone here is gonna be military wives, so probably by year 4, am I gonna be the one leading this, or
Probably.
because everyone like comes and leaves, so
That's awesome. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, I was going to say, because it's, I think, what is it, April 8th, April 9th?
mm-hmm.
I still have to register for ours, but.
I'm glad Nate will be back by then because I don't have a car. Bike for Saturday.
All right, well, we'll hop off. So you guys can do whatever you got to do for the rest of your night or day in your case.
And
whatever time it is there. But all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining, and we'll chat with you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.